story about his father. We all went down to Florida, and we had fun. We did our thing. On our way back to from Florida, the trip back from Florida, we was driving in Jacob's car again. It was myself, Karima, Nicole, Farah, Noah Rashid, and some other driver. I don't remember his name. And Jacob brought up the conversation again, how he thinks that we should really go to the government with a story about his father. Anything that we didn't like in the community, we should go, because his father needed to be in jail. His father did not do good things. He was not happy with his father, and he really felt that a case should be brought up against his father. He really felt that his father should be put away for life, that he did not deserve to live. That conversation subsided, and we finally made it back to Georgia from Florida. And Jacob had a conversation with me again, and he told me that there were certain children that did go to the FBI about different things with myself, and that there was no way I would be able to prove that it didn't happen. The only way I can make any good of it is to go to the FBI with a story, seek immunity, and just go from there. I still told Jacob that I was not interested in doing that there was nothing that I've witnessed or nothing that I've known that was going on. But Jacob believed that because the FBI knew who I was and because they were told things about me, that it was best that I go to them and talk to them and see what's up. At that point I was afraid. Nobody really messes with the FBI. So I went to the FBI the following day. They called Jacob up first. I sat in the car. Jacob talked with them. I don't know what the conversation was about because I wasn't in the room and I wasn't told what the conversation was about. But Jacob went up there and he talked to them. And then about an hour later, they called me up. I stated my name. I stated who I was. They asked me about different children. They called out different names like Amala and Crystal. And I told them, I knew those children. I knew whatever names they brought out. If I knew the person, I told them I knew the person. They told me they asked me to state my life and the reasons why I left and the reason why I was there. I told them about life in the community, growing up, why we left. I was questioned about the money charges, the money situation, because I did deal with the financial situation. I told them how we ran our finances. I ran off, different people that I knew that was there, different people that I knew that had left, and why they left. They asked me about certain children. They asked me about certain stories that they were told. And I told them that, I went along with the story. I told them that, yes, I did do these things. I felt that I had to tell them that yes, because I was told that they already knew, and there was no way for me to deny anything that didn't happen or anything that did happen. I had to tell them what I felt that they knew, because I felt that, like Jacob told me, they already knew the story, and there was no way that I can say that it didn't happen. I would have to prosecute myself to make whatever was said against his father, make it more real, make it sound more believable. If we all prosecuted ourselves, then whatever we say about Malachi would be believable. That interview ended by them asking me different people that I knew that would want to talk, different members that I knew that would want to assist them in the case. The only names that I knew were other members that I knew that were disgruntled. Like Nicole had her own issues with Malachi. Karima had her own issues with Malachi. Sakina also. Amala, Crystal, different people that I knew that had issues against him. I gave them those names. So after that, they started calling different people, and everybody kind of got involved. Everybody called everybody, and that's how the case kind of started. The question next would be, why did I go ahead with the story? Why did I never take it back? Why didn't I ever, just tell the truth at that time? I felt really pressured to go along with the story. I felt that I had to go along with the story. We all kind of called each other and was backing up each other's story. If Nicole did an interview with the FBI, then she would call us and we would back up her story. So if Nicole spoke to them, then she would call us. So in case they call me, then I can back up whatever Nicole was saying. And that's kind of how we did it. We all just called each other and said, yeah, I said this, and that way we can back each other up, make the story sound more real, make it sound more believable. If we all back each other up, it can make it sound more believable. I was afraid that my initial interview that I had given a statement, I was afraid that if I was to take that back, I did not know if I was going to be prosecuted. It's not like I had an attorney to represent me. I did not have my personal attorney to tell me, to explain to me what the steps were, what the charges were, what the immunity really meant. What I believed the immunity to mean was that I would be protected. Anything that I would say on the witness stand that could be used against me, anything that I would say that could be used against me, I would be protected from that. That's what I understood my immunity to mean. I was never explained in detail what the agreement was about, what the immunity was about. That was the gist of what I understood it was about. So at the time I went through with the story because I was afraid for my life. I was afraid that they could take me to jail, that I could be incarcerated, that my children would be taken away from me. And it was different times during the 2-year process that I spoke to different FBI agents. I spoke to Joan, I spoke to Jelaine, I spoke to Tracy from the Sheriff Department, and there was on a couple occasions where they did remind me that, Habiba, you can be incriminated for certain things that you're about to say as well. So being reminded of that, I felt compelled to just go ahead with the story. I didn't want to change my story at that time. I didn't want to break the agreement because I was told that by breaking the agreement meant that I would be incarcerated and I would be prosecuted because I've given statements already. And like I said, I wasn't represented by a personal attorney. The prosecution had an attorney that represented all of the witnesses and all of the victims, but I was not represented by a personal attorney. So I didn't really know my rights.